self-talk, talk, talk, talk.
Welcome back. It's time for Yes, Pillow Talk, and we're here with Dr. Kristen Mark, the director of the Sexual Health Promotion Lab and an associate professor at UK.
And Dr. Mark is here to give us tips on what the ideal sex frequency is and on keeping sex alive during the holidays. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, we're going to ask right out of the gate, what is the ideal sex frequency?
Is there an ideal?
Because, you know, this is a hot debate in my house. I'm just going to tell you.
So you're either
so
going
we
to
know-
be really happy with my answer or not very happy with my answer. But,
Okay.
So the research shows that for optimal satisfaction, sort of like the satisfaction peaks out at once a week.
Okay.
Anything less than that will decrease your satisfaction. Anything more than that doesn't add more, but definitely doesn't detract.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Good to know.
So make that your sort of like benchmark goal.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, because, you know, especially during the holiday time frame, though, that's where things kind of get messed up a little bit, right?
And I feel like that wasn't an outrageous goal.
Right.
You know? Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, you're a newlywed.
Yes, let's you know, over to my side, you know, okay. I was like, okay, I can live with that number. That's okay. I'm good.
Right.
So
yeah, the holidays, it's really hard, right? It's hard to prioritize your relationship.
Yeah.
Even in the best of like the regular time of year, it can be difficult to prioritize your relationship, and
Right.
you really have to work to do that.
Right.
So in the holidays, it's especially difficult. And you've got family in town, or you've got like, you're going to visit the in-laws.
Thanksgiving just
Yeah.
happened
Oh.
and everyone's feeling all like,
and you're just
slummy.
Yeah, and you're just exhausted, quite honestly. So what are
Totally.
your suggestions then for helping us try to fit that in
Yeah.
on a weekly basis with everything else in our lives going on with the holidays?
Maybe because here's what we got to do. We got to stop being like, let's fit that in.
No,
We gotta, right. Me too. Like, and it's funny because everyone's always like, oh, newlyweds. I think there's a big stereotype around newlyweds.
Yeah.
Because you know, like it's just hard. It's like
it's difficult.
yeah, you gotta keep. Everyone's got to keep up.
Yeah,
Totally.
yeah. So what do we do? How do we fix that?
So I don't think there's anything wrong with scheduling sex, first of all. So it's
Really?
okay to like put it in your calendar.
Okay.
Or at least schedule like intimate time together, because
Yeah.
many people get their intimacy from their partner
Yeah.
from their sex life, right?
Right,
So
right.
even if it doesn't involve like, you know, it doesn't have to be what you might call sex. It could be just like time spent together
Yes.
that's dedicated to not getting the Christmas list done,
Yes.
to not going to
Yes.
family, to
Put the
not
phone down.
yeah, like just being with the two of you, and
Right.
like prioritizing that to a point where you might need to schedule that. Additionally, like if you're visiting family for the holidays, taking advantage of things like nap time instead, like, oh, that turkey really
Some
made
built-in
me.
babysitters around
yeah,
the
yeah,
house.
right. There's built-in babysitters
Yeah.
around the house. Like there are
Interesting.
some benefits to this.
Yeah.
Additionally, the novelty that can bring, like having sex in places that you may not normally have sex. Like,
Right.
oh, we have to run to the store. Like, make sure nobody can see. That might be illegal in some states. But like, you know, we have to run to the store. So like taking advantage of that small amount of time. that you
Taking
might have
advantage of the
together.
garage time then, right?
Sure, yeah, stay in the garage, right. But really, that actually introduces novelty into the relationship. And novelty
Right.
can be really good for relationships.
And then it becomes a holiday tradition.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah, and then you're building a new tradition together. So you're like really building things with each other. That's all very important for relationships.
And you know, and speaking to that, with the barriers, when you're getting around those barriers, it's important because, I mean, for both parties, it's important, but it's different for men and women. The need there is different for both, aren't they? Isn't it?
It can be. So we tend to see actually that there's more gender similarity than difference,
Yeah.
because there's so much variation for every single person. So really getting to know though what your partner's needs are is the crucial piece. So figuring out what is it that you get intimacy from, what makes you feel close to me, and for some people that is sex. For other people, it's, you know, I really love it when like I get home from work and you give me a hug for 7 seconds and a kiss.
Yes, yes.
You know, it depends on the person. So really getting to know your partner, figuring out how best to meet their specific needs.
Right, right. And
Yeah.
then you throw kids into the mix, and it's all, you know, we get those moments, but then the kids can interrupt. So we try though to schedule times, that private time, personal time. We do that. We try to do it when the kids are already in bed, when they're already kind of tucked in.
Yeah, just making sure that you're not too exhausted by that point.
I know, that's the
right?
problem.
Because then you're just getting each other's
Then
exhausted
what do you do? What if you
energy.
get to that point and it's like, See ya, good night.
Right, which happens to so many couples,
Yeah.
and that's just a perfect example of it falling to the bottom of the list.
Right.
So if you know that you're exhausted at the end of the night, maybe the morning is a better time to do that,
Yeah.
or maybe you like schedule lunch together, or something else. You know.
Well, Kristen, thank you so much for joining us
Yeah,
today.
thanks
I
for
always love
having me.
pillow talk. I love it. And we have more Midday coming up after the break. Keep it right here.